of the NATO leaders have expressed concern about the president. It's hard to hear you. Some of the NATO leaders have expressed concerns about the president. The leader of Poland, for example, has said he believes the president should step down. Of course, Poland is a country that has particularly high stakes in the continuation and the strength of NATO.
All right, so a couple of things. Look, I'm going to let world leaders speak for themselves. And I've shared this before, and I've said moments ago, world leaders have seen him obviously in action. He has personal engagement with them. You have German Chancellor Scholz, who said, I think that Joe Biden is someone who is very clear, who knows exactly what he is doing, and who is one of the most experienced politicians in the world, especially when it comes to international politics. You've had the Prime Minister of Israel, Netanyahu. I've had more than a dozen extended phone conversation with President Biden. He also came on a visit to Israel during wartime, which is an historic first, and I found him very clear and very focused. Look, again, he's made the alliance much stronger, and that's because of what this president has been able to do. I'll give you one more. Brett McGurk recently did an interview about the 5-hour stretches the president spent in the Situation Room with the president, seeing his judgment on full display, handling incredibly difficult situations. So, and then you've heard from the chair of Joint Chiefs, Mark Milley, who spent hours with President Biden every week to speak to last year when he retired, saying engage with him frequently, an alert sound, does his homework, reads the papers, reads all the read ahead material, and is very, very engaged in issues of every serious matters of war and peace and life and death. That's what I've experienced. That's what many of my colleagues have experienced. And this is what also world leaders have experienced themselves in those personal engagement.
I think the concern is that for a lot of these leaders, they hadn't seen him in a while. So when they saw him before versus when they saw him recently, there was a big change.
G7 world leaders were there. He engaged with them. He interacted with them. Normandy, there were world leaders who were there. He engaged with them. He interacted with them. And so he has seen world leaders. He has engaged with them. And so now he'll get to do that again at the NATO summit. And so the president's looking forward to doing that. I think it's going to be an important moment for all of us. And I mean, look, guys, we are stronger and have stronger relationship with our partners and allies because of what this president did. And with age brings experience and wisdom, and that's what we have seen with this president, because he was a senator for 36 years, because he was vice president for 8 years. And I think that matters. That wisdom and that experience that the president has brought has been important, and an important factor as we talk about world leaders and what he's been able to do. I think